How much RAM do you need in 2025? Choosing RAM and storage in 2025 is confusing. Is 32 GB enough, or do you need 64 GB? Storage matters, so let's break it down. Why choose NVMe? NVMe is faster than SATA. It connects SSDs directly to the CPU, enhancing speed significantly. Key reasons to use NVMe. 1. Speed. NVMe SSDs reach 3,000 to 7,000 megabytes per second. SATA SSDs only hit 550 megabytes per second. 2. Dual boot performance. NVMe supports fast switching between operating systems for apps and multitasking. 3. Future proofing. Modern PCs support NVMe, and it's becoming the standard. 4. Power efficiency. NVMe uses less CPU power, handling tasks effectively. RAM basics. RAM temporarily stores active data. More RAM equals smoother multitasking. Common RAM sizes in 2025: 16 GB, 32 GB, 48 GB, and 64 GB. Dual channel remains ideal. How much RAM do you need? Basic office use: 8 to 16 GB modern gaming, 16 to 32 GB gaming plus streaming, 32 to 48 GB video editing / 3D, 48 to 64 GB heavy AI / virtual machines, 64 GB to 128 GB for power users, 32 to 48 GB is ideal. Consider 64 GB for intensive tasks. RAM speed matters. Opt for DDR5 at 5600 to 6000 MHz for better performance while managing costs. RAM versus storage. RAM and storage work together. If RAM fills up, your PC uses storage as virtual memory, impacting performance. Storage options in 2025: HDD, 80 to 160 megabytes per second, cheap for backups. SATA SSD, 500 to 550 megabytes per second, budget-friendly. SSD, 2000 to 7000 plus MB/s, best for OS and games. Think of RAM as your desk and storage as a file cabinet. Fast SSDs bring files quickly, while HDDs are slow. Upgrade RAM, but don't forget storage. Using an HDD with new RAM won't yield great results. Always pair RAM upgrades with at least an SSD, preferably NVMe. Best RAM plus storage combos. Budget laptop, 8 to 16 GB RAM with SATA SSD gaming PC, 16 to 32 GB RAM with NVMe SSD content creator, 48 to 64 GB RAM with NVMe plus HDD development / AI rig, 64 GB plus with dual NVMe. Summary: aim for 32 to 48 GB of RAM and ensure your storage speeds match. Pairing RAM with NVMe SSD is crucial. If this helped you, give a thumbs up and subscribe for more PC tips. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe. It really supports the channel and helps me keep making more videos like this.